In the middle of the night, she knocks on a stranger's door. They are strangers, yet there is a mutual, unspoken understanding. The man eyes this woman with satisfaction. He hands her a glass of wine, its color distinctly different from the one in his hand. To get what she wants, she drinks it calmly. Facing the man's undisguised desire, Marion can only smile, daring not to show any negligence. By choosing to come here, she has tacitly accepted everything that is about to happen. The man gets straight to the point, demanding she bow to fate. This dim room is merely the turning point of Marion's descent, a step in her tragic life as she steps into the abyss. If you don't have these dependencies, congratulations. You are still living in paradise. The abyss created by misplaced reliance destroys not only the spirit and the body, but also a fragile life that cannot withstand a single blow. From start to finish, this movie does not contain a single line mentioning that prohibited term, yet it delicately reveals to us how dependency destroys a person. I hope everyone stays away from illicit substances and keeps the alarm bells ringing. Marion in the film is just one of the tragic characters. Her boyfriend, Harry, is equally heartbreaking. In the early stages of his contact with contraband, the family television suffers the most. His mother refuses to let her son continue making mistakes, so she never gives him money. Every time Harry needs money, he takes his mother's favorite TV to sell. His mother simply hides and locks her door. Angry, Harry decides to wheel the TV away directly, but this time the TV is chained up. He turns around and threatens his mother like a bandit, and Sarah silently removes the key and hands it over. Having succeeded, Harry and his friend awkwardly pass an old man sunbathing at the apartment entrance.
Hello?
Who is already accustomed to Harry's behavior. The two push the TV all the way from the apartment to the busy market, then to the park, and finally to the recycling center, all for a measly $20. Getting the money means getting control of the spirit. When the nerves are numbed, an unspeakable pleasure occupies the entire world. Afterward, Tyrone suggests doing a little business. They should get a whole block of resources, package them, and sell them. Harry agrees completely. Financial freedom is just around the corner. The next day, Sarah comes to the recycling center, ready to buy the TV back. The owner has even opened a separate ledger for her. He wonders why she doesn't call the police. Perhaps that would make Harry restrain himself. And Sarah says,
Harry's my only child. He's all I have.
Sarah always sits on the sofa, watching a talent show while enjoying the happy moments brought by desserts, until a phone call rings and her life is about to change. Her favorite show calls to inform her that she can come to the studio for a recording. She is overjoyed. She was once radiant, but time has taken its toll. Harry's high school graduation photo captured her beautiful appearance, and she still keeps that red dress. But this dress can no longer contain her bloated frame. In reality, Marion's parents are not short of money, but she rarely interacts with them because all they can give her is money. But what Marion cares about more is not material things, but spiritual care. Harry suggests she use her design talent to open a fashion store, but compared to these things, Marion just wants to stick with Harry. Sarah finds her best friend to share the joy, hoping she can help zip up the dress, but her figure is out of shape. Her friend gives Sarah a diet book, but the methods inside are extremely harsh. A simple breakfast plus a cup of black coffee, and the same for the other 2 meals. This puts Sarah in a difficult position. The next day, she asks her friend to dye her hair, but it ends up orange. It isn't just the hair color that goes wrong, but also Sarah's lonely and unknown future. Harry and Marion are each other's true love. His previous words weren't just talk. He really looked up information for Marion and prepared a design portfolio. Harry hopes Marion will also join him and Tyrone in their grand plan, so their future will be bright. Sarah, whose life is already filled with loneliness, has no choice but to let her stomach endure that emptiness in order to go on the show. 1 egg, a slice of orange, and the battle is over in 1 bite. A cup of black coffee goes down as if passing straight through the intestines, providing no sense of fullness, forcing her to drink water to satisfy her hunger. Sarah truly feels that a day drags on like a year. After a period of mental preparation, Marion also joins Harry and Tyrone's plan. From this moment on, the direction of her life takes a sharp turn. The TV show says not to eat red meat, but looking at the temptation of delicious food in the refrigerator, how can Sarah turn a blind eye? In the end, Sarah can only choose to escape her desire, taking a folding chair to sunbathe with the elderly group. An old woman tells the story of her daughter's weight loss. Just taking pills prescribed by a doctor allowed her daughter to easily lose 50 pounds. Sarah secretly takes note of this. Just then, the postman passes by. The materials from the TV station have finally arrived. Sarah can't wait to fill in her personal information and, full of hope, and accompanied by everyone, drops it into the mailbox. Harry and Tyrone's business officially begins. Because Tyrone knows the source personnel, he handles the purchasing. This money carries Harry's hope for the future. During the long wait, he inadvertently looks out the window. Marion stands on the pier in a red dress, seemingly out of reach. Yet there she is. In a blink of an eye, he is part of the scene. Harry runs toward Marion, and she smiles back. But this happy scene is interrupted by the sound of a door opening behind him. Tyrone is back. And Marion outside the window was ultimately a pipe dream. Tyrone successfully brings in a batch of high-value goods. Before they can even celebrate, Tyrone suggests trying it. Harry is very serious, thinking this is a chance to get rich, and Tyrone understands. Due to dieting, everything looks like delicious food to Sarah, and the treats in the refrigerator are beckoning to her. To get on the show, she has to endure this hunger. But lying in bed is no better. The shadows of desserts surge like a flood. Finally, she can no longer bear it and contacts the old woman who spoke of her daughter's weight loss. Marion has a date with a psychiatrist tonight. Although she doesn't contact her parents, she still hopes to keep her identity as a daughter. If the psychiatrist tells them she hasn't been accepting treatment, Marion's parents will likely cut ties with her, so she can only agree to the date proposed by the psychiatrist. Marion notices Harry is a bit jealous, so she uses her own way of comforting him to dilute the jealousy. Marion meets the psychiatrist, Arnold. At the end, she deliberately teases Arnold, eventually causing him to leave in anger. Sarah arrives at the clinic, but the doctor doesn't even lift his eyelids. He simply prescribes her pills of 4 different colors. One for morning, noon, evening, and before bed. Just like that, Sarah takes the pills prescribed by the doctor. Thinking she has defeated the refrigerator, she recklessly eats a final indulgent meal in front of it. The trio's business officially begins. Tyrone and Harry are responsible for sales, and Marion, with her inspiration exploding under the influence of the special substance, begins to work on her design career. Soon, Harry returns with a stack of cash, and Marion feels an unprecedented brightness. The following days cycle on, and everything seems to be going very smoothly. They package the product together, trade at fixed locations, and their coffers grow richer by the day. Harry finds a shop for Marion. Their future seems bright. Tyrone starts fantasizing in front of the cabinet where the money is kept. He is about to fulfill his promise to his mother to make something of himself. Harry decides to give his mother a gift. He thinks of a TV, because his mother loves watching TV the most.
You really love her, don't you?
I guess so, you know. Most of the time I just want her to be happy.
Days repeat like this. While doing business, they are also deeply consuming themselves. Sarah does an unprecedented major cleanup, emptying all the food in the refrigerator. She is always restless, and this is all the influence of the addictive medication. Every day, Sarah checks the mailbox to confirm if the program team has replied to notify her to participate, and this treatment indeed earns her praise for slimming down. A taxi stops at the door, and she recognizes Harry, who hasn't been back for a long time, at a glance. Harry notices his mother is a bit different. Compared to before, she now looks hyperactive. Coming back this time, he expresses his apologies to his mother. In his heart, he still hopes to compensate her. He bought a new TV for his mother, and Sarah expresses her gratitude. Just then, Harry hears the sound of teeth grinding. Sarah begins to show severe side effects. Harry understands that his mother's weight loss is due to overdosing on prescription drugs, and the ingredients within are causing this result. He advises his mother to quit these, otherwise she will become addicted. He knows the nature of these drugs too well. But Sarah says, Harry doesn't know how to express it, but being thin is what Sarah wants because she wants to be on the show no matter what. This expectation is not for the prize, but to become the center of attention. His mother's words leave Harry speechless.
I'm somebody now, Harry. Everybody likes me. Soon, millions of people will see me and they'll all like me. I'll tell them about you. It's a reason to lose weight, to fit in a red dress. It's a reason to smile. It makes tomorrow all right. Your father's gone. You're gone. I got no one to care for. What have I got, Harry? I'm lonely. I'm old.
You got friends, Ma?
It's not the same. They don't need me. I like the way I feel. I like thinking about the red dress and the television and you and your father. Now when I get the sun, I smile.
He stands up and hastily ends the meeting.
Bye, son.
On the way back, Harry feels guilty, but he knows these things will make a person gradually lose their nature. Tyrone gets promoted by the supplier due to his good performance, but unexpectedly, the situation changes in an instant. The supplier is taken out by an unknown competitor, and Tyrone gets involved in a conflict. Sitting in the back seat, he narrowly escapes, but ultimately fails to evade the law. The home theater system Harry sent arrives. It is visually stunning, but Sarah doesn't turn it on. Sarah begins to question the efficacy of the medicine because she no longer feels happy, but the doctor's response is to tell her not to worry. She takes matters into her own hands and increases the dosage, and the familiar feeling returns. Only this time, hallucinations begin to invade reality.
Choose by Sarah! Choose by Sarah!
Harry and Marion continue to sink. They love each other, walking toward destruction together.
You're my dream. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. You are beautiful.
Harry spends all his previous earnings to pay Tyrone's bail. Everything they did before is wasted. It turns out the current situation is caused by struggles between different factions. There is basically no supply on the market now. Only one person can get it, but that guy has extreme conditions for exchange.
He ain't selling. He only giving up for pussy.
The atmosphere of the entire movie takes a sharp downturn from this moment. Sarah begins to increase her dosage. Her spirit gradually withers, and she becomes paranoid. Due to a lack of money and supplies, Marion begins to show severe withdrawal symptoms. Harry also discovers that his arm has developed serious problems due to long-term improper injection. Marion wants to relieve the pain first, but Harry opposes it. She places her hope in Tyrone, saying he will bring it back tomorrow. The relationship between the two is no longer as sweet as before. Sarah comes to the clinic, everything seeming so trance-like. She tells the doctor about her hallucinations, but the irresponsible doctor pays no mind. Tyrone doesn't get the resources, and Harry starts blaming Marion. Just like that, the two part on bad terms. Tyrone brings two pieces of news. The good news is the other party is ready to release some resources. The bad news is the price has doubled. To get the capital, Harry doesn't hesitate to imply that Marion should seek out the psychiatrist who has designs on her. He believes that as long as they get the money, the endless arguments will end. But Marion knows exactly what this means. Yes, that psychiatrist won't lend money for no reason. Harry understands Marion's meaning, yet he still insists. As long as they get the money, their lives can get back on track. And so, Marion meets with the psychiatrist, Arnold. The last time she ridiculed Arnold, but this time she actively takes the initiative to get closer to him. Arnold gets straight to the point. He knows very well that when someone who hasn't been in touch for a long time suddenly shows up, they must need something. She picks up a fork and stabs Arnold's hand. However, all of this is merely a fantasy of her own mind. No matter how unwilling Marion is, she cannot give up this opportunity.
I need to borrow some money.
She abandons her final baseline just like that. Harry knows what is happening on the other side. He can only look at the diamond ring on TV, longing to give Marion a future. After it's all over, Marion gets the money Harry needs. On the way back, she is in a daze. She experiences a feeling she has never felt before. She has sacrificed her dignity and sold her soul. This is the darkest moment of her life so far, but in the near future she will taste what hell truly is. Marion returns to the apartment. Harry shows no concern, only speechlessness, disgust, and an inability to face her. A massive mountain has appeared in their relationship. Sarah finally puts on that red dress, transforming into a clown, dancing in the empty room. The supplier keeps his promise and releases high-quality goods before Christmas. Due to the supply interruption, Marion waits anxiously in the apartment like a cat on a hot tin roof. The design drawings she once treasured are now waste paper. On Harry's side, chaos erupts due to the fight for resources, and everyone flees in panic. A truck flashes past them with Florida painted on it. Harry, having failed to get the product, suggests going to the source to find it. When they return, they can dictate the price. The two agree instantly. Sarah increases the dosage again. Her world becomes incredibly dark. and hallucinations fill her mental world. Harry tells Marion the plan, and the long-suppressed Marion screams, accusing him of ruining everything.
What's wrong with you?
You promised me that everything was gonna be okay, remember? I sleaze bag for you, and I put myself through for you?
There's nothing out there!
I don't give a you loser!
Harry calls Tyrone and asks for the number of the channel man who specializes in controlling women through extreme means.
You worry so goddamn much. Go fix yourself up with him. You won't have to around so much, and I won't have to freeze my ass off in a tree.
Just as Sarah picks up the remote, the refrigerator suddenly moves. To maintain this rare peace, she is forced to intensify the numbing of her nerves. On the TV program, she looks radiant, but the refrigerator seems increasingly uncontrollable. Sarah can only seek that illusory comfort again and again, trying to hold on to this fleeting euphoria. Suddenly, herself from the program enters reality. She and the show host mock her situation together. The self on the show is the center of attention, while the self in reality is mocked by everyone. Subsequently, the apartment transforms into a studio, and she is on stage. The refrigerator suddenly rushes out and says to her, "Feed me." Sarah's mental world collapses completely. She flees the apartment, wearing that red dress. Walking on the street in the biting cold wind, she has only one destination, the TV station. Harry and Tyrone embark on the journey to Florida, naively thinking they can arrive in just one day. Sarah gets on the subway, frantically asking for the location of the TV station. Passengers are dismissive of the news that she is going to be on TV. Marion learns from a friend that Harry has gone to Florida and won't be back for a few days. She doesn't know how to survive the torment in the meantime. The next day, Sarah finds the TV station and asks the receptionist when she can record. Facing the delirious elderly woman, the receptionist first calms Sarah down, then calls the police.
See my Harry on television.
What's her name?
We think it's Sarah Goldfarb.
I just wanted to be on the show.
This is Goldfarb. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Now she will never be on TV. Tormented, Marion prepares to grab that lifeline. However, when she hears the voice on the other end, her dignity makes her put down the phone. But after struggling with extreme pain, she decides to give up everything. Sarah is sent to a medical institution, still thinking she is finally going to be famous. Tyrone and Harry stop midway to satisfy their cravings. He suddenly discovers that due to long-term improper handling, Harry's arm has become horrifyingly necrotic. Marion knocks on the door of that extremely dangerous man. A man opens the door. Marion greets him with a smile, and then she is led inside. She gladly accepts a drink as a prelude. The next day, the man invites her to a party. She wants to refuse, but the high-purity resources he brings out make it impossible for her to look away. The doctor responsible for treating Sarah promises he will cure her. Marion soaks in the bathtub. The filth of last night cannot be washed away, and everything she does now is a sin she is forced into. Harry's arm deteriorates rapidly. He clamors to call Marion, and Tyrone realizes he must take him to the hospital. Sarah is forced to receive sedatives in the institution, and her world instantly falls silent. Tyrone takes Harry to the hospital. Two people in such an abnormal state stand out in the crowd. The doctor examines Harry's arm, and the lingering marks tell the whole story. Finally, he asks Harry to wait a moment and goes out on his own. Marion strokes the photo of her lover, not out of longing, but for the contact information behind the photo that can bring her temporary peace. That man is the only one who can give her endless pleasure. The orderly in the mental hospital forcibly feeds the delirious Sarah. Facing this unknown substance, the panicked and confused Sarah vomits it all out. The doctor comes over to guide her, telling her to cooperate with the treatment, but beneath that smile, there is no kindness. The second time, they take more extreme coercive measures, and the helpless Sarah can no longer resist. Marion wears heavy makeup. Her eyes are no longer clear, but filled with emptiness. The arrested Harry calls Marion. She still harbors a shred of hope.
When you coming home?
Soon.
When?
Soon. You just wait for me, all right? You holding out, right?
Harry?
I'm really sorry, Marion.
I know.
Marion knows that Harry is never coming back. Next, she is going to participate in that party that has lost all human baselines. Sarah's psychiatrist believes that the medication is ineffective, so he decides to adopt a new course of treatment.
We'll get underway.
The delirious Sarah signs her name just like that. Everyone's tragedy officially begins to unfold from this moment. Marion knocks on that door again. In the dim room, people are dressed in suits but have the hearts of beasts. All public order and good morals are lost here, and the ugliness of human nature is unleashed without restraint. The suffering Harry is finally discovered by the authorities, and a storm is coming. Sarah trembles under intense electric shocks. Marion sinks completely into the dark vortex. Harry loses that necrotic arm amidst the sound of electric shocks. In a trance, Harry returns to that pier. Marion is wearing the red dress. But in the blink of an eye, that pure girl no longer exists. Harry subconsciously steps back until he falls into a bottomless abyss. When the preset bottom line of humanity is breached again and again, the line ceases to exist, and one falls into a true bottomless abyss. Marion's soul died that night. When her friends see Sarah again, she has long lost her former self. Marion ceases her struggle. Instead, she appears eerily calm within this quagmire, believing she has received the reward she deserves. Her soul has abandoned her body, leaving only a numb shell. She curls up on the sofa, as if returning to the very beginning of life, clutching tightly to the hollow solace she traded her soul for. Tyrone also curls up, recalling happy times with his mother in childhood. In Sarah's mind, she still fantasizes that she has become a winner. She curls up on the hospital bed. In her fantasy, she is the center of attention. Her son Harry is successful and engaged to Marion. They love each other and are winners in life under the camera lens. Here the story ends. The tone of this movie shifts from bright, warm colors at the beginning to cold, pale tones as the protagonist's depravity deepens. Sarah's ending is the most sympathetic. She is an empty nester suffering from loneliness. Her husband left her, and she can only guard that apartment alone. The TV show is merely a form of emotional sustenance, yet every time her son comes back, it is only to take the television away. She doesn't give money directly, but goes through the trouble of letting him take the TV and then redeeming it back, perhaps to have more interaction with her son. What she lacks is companionship, love, and care. Friends and neighbors are ultimately different from family. She went on the show not for the prize, but for that insignificant sense of existence. Regrettably, she chose the wrong shortcut, leading to tragedy. Marion is the most heartbreaking. For her lover, she abandoned her bottom line step by step, but the result was her lover's disgust and inability to face her. The film not only focuses on the problems caused by illegal substances, but also lays bare the consequences of abusing prescription medication. What drives the plot is desire. Sarah craves attention, and the desire is caused by inner loneliness and a lack of care. Harry craves money and recognition. Marion craves love. She saw what she needed in Harry. A child cold-shouldered by her parents is desperate for true love, and this desire drives her toward depravity. Tyrone craves a change in class. When people become slaves to desire, the self dissolves. In the end, they all curl into fetal positions, symbolizing the complete collapse of their humanity, and everything is gone forever. Nothing can ever return to what it once was. Requiem for a Dream, a sorrowful elegy of descent. It reminds us not to let the wrong temptations stain a pure soul.